Hi everyone, my name is Cindy Bosch. I am currently a homes team project manager with a company called Open Door, and I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I graduated from Virginia Tech CEM program in spring of 2015. And I'm gonna go through a little bit about what my day looks like, what I do in my current role, why I picked the Virginia Tech CEM program, and also my favorite part about working in construction. So to start off, I mentioned I work for a company called Open Door. Open Door is what they refer to as an iBuyer, an internet-based real estate buyer. The company focuses on buying and selling real estate and giving the seller the ability to move on their own timeline with flexibility. So how I play into that in my role as a project manager, once Open Door engages with a customer and somebody wants to sell their house, that's when I get involved. I go into the seller's home and I create a full scope of work. I outline exactly what's going to have to be done in that house before we can put it on the market. So what that includes is, does the house need new carpet? Does it need to be painted? Do the light fixtures work? What about the plumbing? Again, I go in and make sure all these things work so that when Open Door buys the home and puts it back on the market for sale, we know that it's held up to our high standards. So I create that scope of work. I also create the budget. So I go through and put exactly how much it's going to cost for that carpet replacement and the paint that I found. After I do that, Open Door will go ahead and buy the property. And once they own it, it's then my responsibility to make sure that these renovations happen. So I run the renovation. I communicate with all of the subcontractors and the vendors, the people coming in to do the work, the painters, the flooring installers, the plumbers, all of that. I coordinate with them to set expectations on both time and quality, as well as the budget for the job that I created earlier on. And with that, I make sure all of these things fall into line, manage the construction renovation process on the home, and then get it to list, and it goes back on the market for someone new to buy. I also am responsible for maintaining that home, the entire time it sits on the market, and people are going in and out of the home, prospective buyers. I make sure that the house stays clean, safe, everything continues to work, and that's all part of my job as well. So one of the things I want to hit on next is about the CEM program. Coming out of high school, I knew I wanted to go into construction. I knew that's where I wanted to be. I wanted to see things happen and change and things be built from nothing. So looking at Virginia Tech has 3 different opportunities for a career in construction, which you guys have probably looked into by now, but there's the building construction program, the construction engineering and management program, which is what you're learning more about today, and also civil engineering offers a focus in construction. So for me, I've always wanted and knew I wanted an engineering degree. To me, engineering is a way of thinking. It's a way of problem solving. For every problem out there, there is some kind of solution. You just need to figure out what it is. So I really zoned in on that, which left the opportunity to go construction or civil. And for me personally, I knew I wanted construction. Civil has a lot of great other avenues as well, but I knew I wasn't looking for a career in land development or wastewater treatment plants, which are just some of the many things that civil can include. So construction was the right fit for me. I started at Virginia Tech in fall of 2011, and then entered the CEM program my sophomore year. So with the CEM program, even though I chose to go the direct construction route, to me, that has opened so many different doors and set me up for success in my career. Straight out of college, I went to work straight for a commercial contractor. I worked in pre-construction, which is for a big client who wants to build a new office tower or a new building on a college campus. They go to a commercial construction company and ask for a budget. So I was in charge of putting together those budgets, putting together schedules, and making sure the client knew how much this building was going to cost. I also did procurement, which is lining up all of the subcontractors and vendors and hiring them to go out and build the job. We had to get the concrete contractor, the steel contractor, and many, many more all on board. So I spent about 3.5 years doing that out of school. Really enjoyed the commercial side. There's a lot, it's fast paced, big projects, big budgets, always exciting. But for me, I was ready to take the transition and I wanted to do something a little bit more personal. So I was switching my career into the residential side, which is where I got my job with Open Door. Like I said, now instead of building things straight out of the ground, I see them change. I could see these properties go from dirty, lived in, well-loved homes to things that look almost new and are ready for their new homeowner. And really, the CEM program gave me that ability. It taught me all the different parts of construction, all the different avenues that are out there, and the different management and industry practices that made me skilled and ready to take those kind of transitions on. And I really owe that to the CEM program. So the other thing we want to talk about, what do I love about my job? Why do I get up every day? For me, construction is all about seeing change come to life and being an integral part in that process. So whether it's on a commercial site where you're watching the hole be dug and concrete be poured, the steel be erected, or more similar to what I do now, watching a house transform by putting in new flooring and new paint, new kitchen cabinets or appliances, seeing how those differences take something from what was to something brand new. And that's what I really love about it. The program at Virginia Tech, like I said, is top notch. I greatly enjoyed my time there. And the people, the curriculum, all of that sets you up for success in this amazing, constantly changing, exciting industry.